On October 13, 1972, a plane carrying 45 people, most of them young rugby players, departed Montevideo, Uruguay, bound for Santiago, Chile, crossing the towering Andes Mountains. Flying through thick clouds, the pilots thought they had already cleared the mountain range. As the aircraft descended, a massive ridge suddenly appeared through the mist. Within seconds, the plane struck the mountain, lost both wings, and slid down a glacier at full speed, before finally coming to rest at over 11,000 feet above sea level, in one of the most remote and hostile places on Earth. While more than a dozen perished in the initial impact, those who awoke in the mangled wreckage found themselves trapped at more 11,000 feet, with no cold weather gear, no medical supplies, and only a few days' worth of food to sustain them. At first, they believed rescue teams would find them quickly, but days stretched into weeks, and hope slowly faded. The survivors huddled inside the hollowed-out shell of the plane to escape temperatures that plummeted to minus 30 degrees. Yet the most crushing blow came on the 11th day, when they heard over a salvaged transistor radio that the search for them had been officially abandoned. Faced with the certainty of starvation and having exhausted every scrap of leather and jam, the group was forced into a harrowing, collective discussion regarding the only remaining source of protein: the bodies of their friends and family preserved in the snow. This decision, which they would later describe not as an act of ghoulishness, but as a holy communion of survival, gave them the strength to endure an even greater tragedy when a massive avalanche buried the fuselage, suffocating 8 more of their companions and trapping the survivors in a tomb of ice for 3 days. Realizing that the mountains would eventually claim them all if they remained stationary, 3 of the strongest survivors, Nando Parrado, Roberto Canessa, and Vizintin, embarked on a final, desperate expedition to climb the massive peaks to the west. Parrado and Canessa trekked for 10 grueling days across 60 kilometers of vertical ice and rock until they finally stumbled upon a Chilean shepherd by a rushing river. When the rescue helicopters eventually descended upon the wreckage 72 days after the crash, only 16 of the original 45 remained. What became known as the Miracle of the Andes remains one of the most astonishing survival stories in history, a reminder that when humans are pushed to the edge of survival, the will to live can lead to unimaginable choices.